Hey everyone, this is Kevin Otto with Greenhaven Capital, recording our first podcast episode. Today we got our good friend and realtor, Jonathan Lee, in the building. Thank you for being here, John. Today we just wanted to ask you a few questions, see how you guys started in the business, and hopefully we can provide some value to our audience here. So John, why don't you start off, introduce yourselves, tell us who you are and how you guys started in the business.
All right. Hey guys, I'm Jonathan Lee. I'm part of Portfolio Real Estate. How I got in the industry was I did an internship when I was in college. I was able to learn a lot through that process with cold calling and the basic laws of real estate. After that, I did get my license, and I brought my license hung here at Portfolio Real Estate.
Great. So how long have you been a realtor now?
So this is actually, I've been licensed for 4 years, but this is actually my third year fully in the industry.
Great. And why did you pick real estate as a career?
I picked real estate as a career because I thought it was the key to what I want to do, like in my life personally, my personal goals, and then also being able to watch other people, become homeowners themselves. There's a lot of people that rent houses or there's rentals, and I feel like I'll be able to educate a lot of those people to become, homeowners.
What do you think some of the main benefits are of becoming a homeowner and, owning a home in today's world?
I think a major thing in owning or being a homeowner is that you have many benefits, whether it's tax benefits, just being able to, own a house. If you're renting, you'll be paying someone else's, mortgage, right? So why not pay your own?
Yeah.
I think homeownership, you're building, long-term wealth for your current family and potentially, your future family down the line.
I agree. Yeah. Real estate's always been a great hedge against inflation and a great way to build generational wealth for you and your family. I totally agree. Real estate is definitely a key to generating wealth in today's world. So
yeah, definitely.
So John, you've been in the industry for 3 or 4 years now, and you've been pretty successful. Can you tell us roughly what your numbers look like?
Yeah. So do you want, I think my numbers from my first year to my, third year right now, I believe that I've progressively, grown from doing 15 deals to, 25 deals my second year. And then the year after that, I did 20 deals, but I did a lot more in production.
Okay. In total volume, your volume went up?
Yeah, my volume went up, correct.
Okay. Yeah. Do you know an estimate of what your volume was, over the last couple of years?
Probably getting close to 30 million in the last couple of years.
Great, man. That's awesome. So, as a younger agent that's just getting into the business, it's usually pretty hard for younger agents to just do a lot of volume, have a lot of success because they don't really have this sphere. They don't have a referral base. They don't have, all of the networking and everything else that more established agents have in this industry. So, as a younger agent who's only been in the industry for a few years, like, what do you attribute to your success in being able to close more deals and get these deals in the first place?
I think one of the things is just, showing up. So for me, I'm showing up to the office every single day and just having like a game plan. So whether, that's making phone calls or creating content or just, just being present to the community, I think that's something that's very important. For me as a younger agent, it was hard for me to get leads, right? I didn't really have a sphere of friends and stuff like that I was able to buy. So I had to, kind of broadcast out. So I looked at stuff like online leads and stuff like that. And I think that's been a big part of my business.
So, yeah, I know you said just showing up and being consistent. We all know you put in a lot of work and, you do marketing and you're a really hard worker. But what do you think are some of the best ways for new agents to generate business and leads in this market today?
I think the biggest thing right now is just being able to show up to, the community events, I think for me, for instantly, I've joined ARIA and it put me in a position where I'm able to meet a lot of other successful realtors and kind of understand, their story or their secrets to see what they do to create business and how they're able to get clients.
Okay. Yeah. So it's definitely learning from other people who've been successful.
Correct.
Meeting and networking and getting out there. I know you mentioned ARIA. For those of you who don't know, ARIA is the Asian Association of Real Estate. And John, I think you just became the vice president of the Sacramento ARIA chapter, correct?
Correct. Yeah. Tough. Yep.
Yeah.
It's got
Congrats on that. I know the youngest VP ever, and I think you're pretty much being groomed to be the president within the next year or so as well, correct?
Yes, that is the plan so far. Correct.
Okay, that's awesome, man. Congrats on that. So, can you tell us a little bit why you got so involved with Aria and why that's important for you?
Yeah, I think Arya's mission is something that really related to me. I think right now with what's happening in this world and a lot of Asian hate like that, I think Arya expresses, just getting back to the Asian community out here in South Sacramento, for instance, right?
Hmm.
Um, we're able to, we're giving, just food to the people in need. We're really just involved in that South Sacramento community, and we're also pushing towards home ownership for, also the Asian community too, because a lot of people, they come from, out of the country, right? And they come here and they're renting, but there's so much, opportunity that they can use with that money to, buy real estate out here in America. So I think that's one of the biggest things.
Okay. And, you know, if you are president next year, what are some of your goals and what is your mission or what are you trying to achieve as president? What would you like to see?
So some of the things I do want to achieve as president for ARIA is just being able to. The biggest thing is giving back to the community. So not just people who want to buy houses, but also other agents in their industry, right? So we have events. Like our last event was called, um, data and data bank event, and it talked about how to generate more business, right? So I want to be able to do more events like that where we're able to give back to how to be a successful realtor, how to be a young successful realtor, right? And just kind of getting different viewpoints from people who've been in the industry within the last 5 years to the last 20 years, and what they're doing to become successful agents.
And I guess what would you say to some haters that said, John's too young. He's not ready for this yet. He's not ready to be president. He's only in his 20s.
That's a good question. Um, I think a lot of it actually is to do with kind of my why, like in real estate, and I really strive to be the best I can. So I think be able to become like a young person to be possibly president of ARIA, I'll be able to bring that to the table, to that community.
Yeah, no, I definitely think you're ready. I think you're going to bring a new perspective, a new outlook, new ideas, fresh new ideas. And I definitely think, you're definitely ready for it. So I look
Yeah.
forward to seeing you serve there. So next, I want to talk about is the current market, right? This market that we're in now has been pretty crazy. We've had rates go from 3 to 7%. They went back down a little bit. Now they're back up. The buyers are sitting on the sidelines and now they're rushing back in again. So we're seeing these, shifts, rapid changes in the market. But what's your take on the current real estate market here?
So I think right now in the market, I think it's actually a great time to buy. I think a lot of people are scared with the interest rates, but I think right now because houses have been on the market for a little bit, longer than it used to, I think it's a great opportunity to possibly get, a credit towards closing costs, price reductions, also getting, the sales to pay for a rate buy down, right? Because let's just say the market starts picking up, towards the springtime or summertime, right? There's gonna be a lot, statistically, a lot of people start looking at houses then, and then there's be a lot more buyers in the pool, right? And then possibly there'll be bidding wars again, right? So if you were to buy a house, now, right, again, it's hard to time. You could potentially be building equity, throughout, now and then throughout your lifetime too, because you got the price at a recent, or you got the home at probably a pretty reasonable deal.
Yeah, like they always say, don't wait to buy and wait, right?
Yeah, correct. Yeah, so I think it
I
goes with
I
that.
agree. It's hard to time the market. I think someone should buy when they're actually ready to buy and they can afford to buy. You can't always look at interest rates or prices because there's always going to be an objection why they shouldn't buy.
Correct.
But if you look at it historically, anyone that's bought real estate in the past 10 years or so, they've probably made a pretty good investment, right? I mean,
Correct. Yeah.
um, I know you're a homeowner yourself and you have a rental property. I'm pretty sure those have turned out to be good investments for you as well, just in your short, few year career that you've been in real estate, correct?
Correct. Yeah. Both my properties have built, quite a bit of equity. And because, the rental market has gone up, and just inflation as a whole, I think, right now actually probably is a good time to buy, possible, an investment property.
Cool. Yeah. All right. So let's talk about you a little bit more, man. So, John, what are your goals for this year in 2023?
So my goals this year is, in real estate at least, is to be able to do about $18 million in production. So
Okay.
for me, I've explored many ways to try to get more leads or better quality leads, right? And just being out there more. I think doing open houses is very good. Creating more social media content, going to networking events, and then also just educating yourself outside of work, and then also going to events that even our Sacramento Association provides. Right, they have great events like contracts, they review contracts, the updated contracts. Right, they do monthly market updates, whether that's with rates, and just stuff like that.
No, I know you're heavily involved in all the organizations and you're always educating yourself. So I do think like education is a key factor in becoming better, right? You get better every day, a little bit smarter every day. You're going to be able to make better informed decisions, not for yourself, but for your referral partners and for your clients as well. So I think that's very important. So,
Correct.
yeah, so at 18 million, I know you can do it. It's, you know, you'll probably get there in no time. You just got to take it a day by day and
Yep.
you'll
Definitely.
get there. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think one of
So,
the biggest things is just like Kevin and I were talking about, just becoming 1% better every single day, and
yep.
just staying consistent and just keep showing up, and just you can get a lot of no's in this industry, right? But the more no's you get, the closer you get that to that yes, right? So
That's correct. That's definitely correct. You got to have thick skin at times. So,
yep.
but yeah, you put the work in, you're going to see the results, and that's with everything that you do. So,
Yep.
um, and then obviously you've been pretty successful as a young agent. I know you're one of the top 500 in SAC. I saw you on the Real Producers thing. That's great. I've seen
Mhm.
you get recognition just for being a top producer. What do you think separates yourself from other agents in the area?
I think one of the things is, as I noticed in this industry, is just I think I've repeatedly said this, but just like I said, just keep showing up, right, and just keep putting in the work. I think a lot of people, they start off, they think it's real easy, but I don't think they understand the work that comes behind it, right? So just there's times that you're gonna get discouraged, but you just have to keep pushing forward because there's always gonna be times that's it's gonna get better, and you want to prep for that. And I think what it comes down to is that when the market does get better, it's really going to test if you're ready, right? So that if you're ready, comes to the work that you did prior to that point where the market is now better, And I think that's something that I've strived in. I think another thing is just also following up, with those leads that said no, right? Because you don't know about their timing, but if you keep following up, you keep on top of mind. I think that's something that's very important too. And just keep educating those clients, try to understand why they're saying no, and just try to, problem solve, right? Because you're problem solving with people in their life situations, right? Whether they have to sell their house because family problems, divorces, right, or they want to buy a house because they're tired of renting. There's so many different scenarios, and you just got to find out what's their needs, and just always being there for them.
Yeah, I agree. So, in today's market, what advice would you give someone who's just starting in the business?
I think the biggest thing right now is to attend lots of educational events, right? Because things are changing every single day, and it's changing pretty rapidly right now, I believe. And I think just look at and try to join a team where there's great mentorships, right? I think that's something that's very important in the sense of those mentors care about not just their success, but also you as an individual and want to see you grow as an agent. Also attending your brokerages trainings. I think those are great one-on-one help that they provide you.
I definitely agree. I definitely believe education, going to training, getting mentors, getting coaches, joining teams, someone that could help you with lead generation. Those are all key factors in someone that's starting the business and also having the right mindset, I think, too, right?
Yeah,
Just being
correct. Yeah, you also want to have a
relationship
positive
based,
mindset.
not transaction based, just putting the work in, not keeping the lows too lows, not keeping the highs too highs, just kind of staying, even tone and, you'll be successful. So,
Yep, and just stay humble in this industry.
yes, definitely. I
Yeah,
agree.
always stay
I
humble.
agree. You got stay humble and hungry. Yeah, that's
Yep.
that's that's the motto. So, um, No, but yeah, we've already been at it for a little over 15 minutes. I don't want to take up too much of your time. I just wanted to kind of pick your brain, see what you're doing here. Really appreciate you coming on, sharing your information with us. Any last thoughts before we sign off?
I just want to wish everybody luck. I think this is a great industry to be a part of. And just just keep working hard, being consistent, connecting with the right people. I think it's very important. I think personally for me, I think me starting off with even like Greenhaven Capital with Kevin, right? I think that's somebody, he's grown me, from when I first started, and really full time in February of 2020. And I think me and him have grown, in many ways in the past, few years. So I think that's something that's very important too.
Yeah, that's awesome. Like we really have grown together. John, you're a
Yeah.
great person, a great realtor to work with. There's some realtors that I don't necessarily get along with, that don't work well with,
Yeah.
but we work well together. We share the same core values. We all work in the best interest of our clients, and we all work really hard. So
Yep.
we have good working relationships with not just those within your brokerage, but your team, your lender, your inspectors, your escrow company. I mean,
Yep.
they're all going to elevate you guys, each other, to get to that next level. So yeah, it's been great. I've helped you. You've definitely helped me grow my book of business as well. So we appreciate that. Constantly adding value to one another. I think that's key.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's really it, John. Man, really appreciate your time, and look forward to closing many, many more deals with you and seeing
Yep.
you on the top of Aria next year.
Yep.
And yeah, that's it for me.
All right. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. Thank you, Greenhaven Capital.